Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 13 of this NHL 20 Draft to Glory franchise mode with the Reading Royals. Today, we start off the 2025/26 season, where really this has got to be the first year of many where we possess a championship status team. So, if you missed last episode, go back and check it out. It'll show you how we kind of built this team up. But I have a couple things that I need to talk to you guys about here before we really jump into the season and all that good stuff. But yeah, as of right now, the team is looking very good. We don't really need to make any moves or things like that. I mean, yes, we have certain players here who probably don't need to be in the team. A guy like Frederick Olas, we can consider sending back down to the minors here. And besides that, I mean, the minor team, the AHL team, is doing very, very good too. We got certain players there that are almost ready to make the jump to the NHL. Not quite, but we're getting close. And then, of course, we've got goalies here too that are, really starting to make a name for themselves, especially Yaroslav Askarov, as hopefully he can, have himself another good season after last year and move on from there. I mean, 26 wins was the best in his career so far, but he's going to have to get more here if we're going to go anywhere this season. He's being backed up by Bobkov, who's actually a really good goalie too. But that is kind of our team right now. I did look into trying to improve our defensive chemistry, things like that, and it's just like, it's balanced, which is so difficult to use when you have pinch and cycle or pinch and shoot players. Like, what we'd prefer is probably a pinch and balanced coach if we could. I mean, that's difficult to find, obviously. And we've got other guys in here that will, hold their own just fine, even without chemistry boosts and stuff like that. So, a guy I am considering to move here is Richard Jovanovski. Even though we did offer him a big contract, at the same time, it almost doesn't make sense to keep him in this team as we have a guy like Mikhail Chubasov or, players like that, where it's just like, do we consider keeping these guys? Like, we want Chubasov to grow. There's no question about that. He's going to be one of our best defensemen moving forward. But as of right now, it's like, okay, what do we do with him? Because, he doesn't really fit, which is a problem. An option would be we move him to an offensive defenseman, maybe? Like, that's an option, but at the same time, is he really an offensive beast? No, but his skating's up there. His puck skills aren't terrible. He's really kind of just down the middle right now. Nobody really knows exactly how he's going to turn out, so maybe changing him to an offensive defenseman would help chemistry-wise, but it's hard to read, man, and I don't really want to trade Richard Jovanovski just yet, mainly because we've already moved him once in this franchise mode. He fits with our team. We spent the money on him, and it makes sense to have this really strong defensive core that we have in place already rather than trying to change it around. So yeah, I think we're going to leave it as is. I do need to make a couple position changes here in the forward group. Reasons being, 80 faceoffs on Marcel Audette and him being a two-way forward is enough reason for me to move him to center. And I believe he's going to be really good there. Yarrow Porter, only 78 faceoffs, but his shot is so good that it makes more sense to use that 5-star shot on the wing than use his 3-star puck skills up the middle. Like, it doesn't make sense to do that. And then Liam Zachary, being a left-handed playmaker, we're going to throw him onto the left here. Behind Bryce Anthony here for this upcoming season. We have depth because guys like Yanni Gourde and Kiefer Sherwood are undrafted in this team now and will hopefully be making an impact with our centers up the middle here in Sacito and Nordquist. And then obviously we have other big additions too here with Dylan Guenther and of course Jamie Lawton, our number one pick there this last episode. He's going to be really good too. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. So yeah, that's our team right now. I'm going to go in, just make a couple quick changes. I haven't really showed you guys Jamie Lawton yet. So we'll go in, take a look at him, see how he looks as a player. And yeah, let's just get through all of this editing nice and quickly. Oh, shit. I got to redo that. All right. Fuck. I just talked through, what, 5 minutes? Oh, fuck off. All right. Let's try again, because I fucked up, of course. Okay, we are starting this episode in 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 13 of this NHL 20 Draft to Glory franchise mode with the Reading Royals. Today, guys, we jump into the 2025/26 season, and this is the first time ever that our team has been considered a championship status team. So essentially, we're expected to win the Stanley Cup at some point here coming up soon, which is, that's a daunting task a little bit, but I believe we have the team to do exactly that. And, this team is really good on paper. So taking a look at the team, you might notice some players look out of position, such as Jarrell Porter and Marcel Audette, but we are going to fix that quite quickly here. The reason being, Audette is a two-way forward, and he fits the second line really well. It doesn't make sense for us to use his 80 faceoffs on the wing versus Jarrell Porter only has 78 faceoffs, and it's like, okay, 80 faceoffs is good enough for you to play up the middle, and there's no reason why we wouldn't put him there. I mean, compared to Dylan Hunt, nobody's got good faceoffs, but Audette's going to be moving to center. Liam Zachary's a left-handed playmaker, and really he's kind of struggled on the right wing so far, so we're going to try to throw him over on the left, see if that clicks a little better with this line that he's on, and then Jarrell Porter's a left-handed sniper, so it makes sense to throw him onto the right wing, and, with a guy like Yakimowicz, he's dropped in potential. His overall is good right now, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, we're probably going to be replacing him in a couple of years. So that's where Jamie Lawton comes in. Hopefully he'll grow at a steady pace over the next 2 years. Another left-handed sniper. Obviously, he was a number 1 overall pick last episode. If you missed that episode, go back, check it out. I will leave a link in the top corner of the video right here. And go check it out. But, we have other additions to this team. Gunther's up from the AHL. Cecito's up from junior. Nordquist's in his 3rd year in the league now, I believe. 2nd year. Okay. Or I guess this will be his 3rd. And he's playing between 2 of the best wingers he's ever seen in Yanni Gourde and Kiefer Sherwood, who are both looking to, kind of light the lamp here on this season. Even though they are already in their 30s, both of them, they are nice depth additions for this team. Looking at the defensive side of this team, it's very good. We've grown pretty much all of this talent. Everybody's Reading Royal drafted, except for Richard Jovanovski. And then we have a guy like Mikhail Chubasov, who will be playing in the NHL still this season, just not as much. I'm considering moving Frederick Olas back to the minors just for 1 year, but that is our defensive system for now. The only reason why this bottom pairing is getting chemistry, even though they don't fit at all, is because it's a defensive and then an offensive defenseman playing together on the right-handed sides for them. So, overall, this defense is set up about as perfectly as it could be. I've looked through. The only way we could improve on this is if we had a coach that had a pinch and balanced preference. That would be the best way to do it. But again, it's hard to find coaches that fit all of our team. I'm very happy with how the forwards look, and I'm kind of relying on them to, use their chemistry boost to the advantage. I think the defense is good enough as is, but they are also backed up by an elite goalie here in Yaroslav Askarov. 23 years old now, but I'm really hoping he can make another jump this season. And overall, we haven't seen that in a couple of years. He's kind of just been hovering around the 84 overall. He jumped up from 79 overall a couple years ago, and we're looking for this next big boost in his career. Looking at the AHL now, very solid team, no complaints about it, and hopefully we'll see lots of growth there. We will be moving Olas back, I believe, to this team, so he will be put into the lineup somewhere here. But overall, that team's looking very good too. We got a new goalie there in Anthony Del Zotto, who we drafted many years back, and then Lennox, who we drafted even further back than that. So definitely lots of talent and options in this team, but at the same time, we are going to need everybody to perform and grow still. So both the Tigers and Royals should have big years this year. They're projecting to do so, but at the same time, they have to win. We don't have any other options. They can't just project to have a big year and then fail miserably. We need them to perform. So we are going to be editing a couple players, as I told you guys, moving them around in their positions. And first guy being Marcel Audette with his nice wooden Sherwood stick. My God. Okay, anyways, he's moving to center. He's literally got all CCM gear besides that stick, so let's get him a CCM stick and a purple tape job on it and move on from there. But yikes, that's ugly. Okay, so let's go with a trigger 4 on him there. That looks fine. And then shaft color, we are going with this purple color, right? Which one is it? Not that one, that's dark. That one, yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, that's Marcel Audette. Obviously, he's been a pretty big piece here for this team over the last 2 to 3 seasons. He's really started to grow individually, and we're looking for another big year out of him as he's going to be playing up the middle this year. The next guy we're changing in position is Liam Zachary. That's his name. One of our alternate captains, actually. He's been a pretty good leader in this team, but at the same time, he hasn't put up the numbers we were hoping he would over the last 2 seasons, so he's going to be getting a position change to the left wing, and we'll see if that affects how he plays or not. And then finally, the last guy I'm going to move in position here is Yarrow Porter. He's moving to the right wing to fill in the absence on that top line that we need. So yeah, he will become a left-handed sniper on the right wing, number 81 there. Yeah, I mean, he's been all right for us so far. I'm really hoping he can start to put up better numbers as he grows as a player, but Polish prospect here, he needs to start producing numbers. And then the last thing I was considering doing was potentially moving Mikhail Chubasov to an offensive defenseman just because his skating and shooting are really good. I mean, his defense is really good too, to be honest, but just the way our team kind of fits together at the moment, it would make more sense for him to become an offensive defenseman, so we're going to do that. Put him as an OFD there. And we'll see if that makes any change to how he grows as a player. So that's our team. I just want to double check that our goalies here have the reading masks on still, because that always bugs me when I'm in games and stuff. And I see that and they're just wearing the default mask. Yeah, see, that's just annoying. Especially when we have a team mask, because reading is actually a team in the ECHL in real life, so we can literally go and just snag that mask for him here, which I think is pretty darn cool there. So yeah, as you can see there, man, that looks so good. Look at that. That just that looks so fine. Okay. So yeah, Askarov there. Going to be just sticking with all those colors. Can we actually hold on? Can we actually do stick types and stuff too for team goalie sticks? Do they have that in the ECHL? They do. Oh gosh, yes, let's go. Oh, maybe not. Oh, reading's not in there. Oh, that's too bad. Well, that stinks. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Whatever. We'll be fine here. I mean, no, don't discard the changes. We want him to keep that helmet on. But yeah, no, that's always something that is like a pet peeve of mine, is that the helmets don't transfer properly when we use them. But anyways, that's all the editing we're going to do to players here. I mean, see, I believe now that we've changed Chubasov to an offensive defenseman, we could actually throw him into this team still. I believe so. Yeah, see, then there's no chemistry negativity there. So I think that would make more sense to play Mikhail Chubasov, as he is only 19. He needs minutes, and I mean, we do have a guy like Jovanovski to, kind of fill in for him too, but I'm going to get all my scouting done quickly, and then we'll get into the 2025/26 season. All right, so we are going to sim to the regular season now. Pascal Chevary wants to know what we're doing with Lawton. Obviously, we have to say he's taken a 9-game trial because that's the only thing the coach ever agrees to. But there's pretty much no question that Lawton's going to be playing in our team the entire year, as long as he doesn't get injured, right? So knock on wood. But that was the other thing I didn't show you was, we got a new number 1 prospect in this team. I think that's up to 4 now, because we got Hunt, we got Ferguson. Who else? I think that's it. Hunt, Ferguson, and then, Lawton. So, I mean, let's go take a look at Jamie Lawton just nice and quickly, because obviously he is going to be one of the faces of this franchise moving forward. Not quite on that same level as guys like Dylan Hunt or players like that, but he's still going to be a really, really solid player moving forward. So let's see how Lawton turns out. Man, what is with the Titan sticks? Like, come on. I mean, he can use a Sherwood stick, sure, I'm fine with that, but it's just like Titan, like the stick Gretzky, like really. Okay, but no, he's gonna be getting, let's go with that one, the Project 9 Sherwood. All right, and that's Jamie Lawton. He's a sniper. He's gonna be pretty insane. I don't really like he's looking more like the tape job looks more like Phil Kessel, but I'd prefer that he use actually, let's go with that one. That one looks sick. Okay, so, that's Jamie Lawton. Obviously, a number 1 overall pick, going to be a big factor in this team's success in the future. And, let's see how he does in this first season here. So, guys, I just wanted to show you how strong this team is in comparison to our previous years. So, I've got all the team overalls written out from our previous seasons. Last year was a pretty strong year, not on record, but on our team ratings. So even though we finished 28th in the league, we had 91 offense, 92 defense, and 82 goaltending, which is pretty solid. That's a well-rounded team overall. This year, we're on a whole nother level. We have 97 offense, 95 defense, and 85 goaltending. That is something to not only be excited about, but to invest in and be like, yes, this is a year where we can actually perform and go somewhere as a team. Looking at the draft, pretty straightforward, pretty basic. I'm seeing a number 1 scout ranking here on La Barbara, and I'm getting the feeling that it's just going to be another elite there on the top of this draft. Louis St. Jacques looks like he could be a bit of a beast too there as a right-handed offensive defenseman, but who knows? Jaden Byers, not really crazily rated there, but wow, Nicholas Oduya could be as high as number 7 according to our scouts. Interesting. Okay, so lots of interesting things to see here kicking off this draft, but who knows where players actually end up and who drafts who really, right? So this is definitely the first year where this team, from reading, looks competitive, and I'm really hoping they can actually get something done here. I mean, it's been a rough, how many? 8 years? 6 years? How many? Yeah, 6. It's been a rough 6 seasons here so far up to this point, but I really get the feeling that this could be our year this year where we not only make the playoffs, but actually contend. So, yeah, we're going to get into a full season sim. I might stop it up halfway, depends on how things go, but yeah, no, things are looking much better for this team heading forward. So, guys, it's halfway through the season, and things are not looking good at this point, to be honest. 17, 23, and 3 on the season. The Royals are royally out of contention for the playoffs or anything like that at this point. Only 37 points in 47 games. It's not good enough. Like, that's the only way to put it, is that they're going to have to win so many more games here if they're going to even compete. So, yeah, I'm going to sim the second half of the season. I mean, at this point, I'd say our pick's probably the most valuable out of all the picks we possess, and that is sad. So, oh, never mind. Montreal's pick is actually up there too. So we might still be getting a really good piece out of this draft. I'm not entirely sure who's even in the draft and available, but we can take a quick peek here. And yeah, I mean, all elite forwards. I don't know if that's particularly what we need, but maybe one of the centers would be nice. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We won the lottery last year with Boston's pick, and we got Montreal's pick this year. So a guy like Durocher, I believe is how you say it, Durocher or Godfrey would both be good players, but who knows how it's going to go. So I'll be back with you guys at the end of the second half of this season to see really what happens with this Reading Royals franchise and if they can kind of get things turned around or not. So, guys, at the end of the 2025/26 season, the Reading Royals go 37, 39, and 6 for dead last in the division. Again, yeah, no, that was not a fun season, but definitely not the worst, as the Canadians finish with the worst record in the league, give us the best odds in the lottery. Thank you very much, Montreal. I don't know if I entirely saw that one coming, but yeah, thank you very much. So, yeah, as you can see, only 80 points there. Not very good. San Jose wins the Presidents. Okay, good for them. But yeah, Montreal dead last, and as you can see, we didn't do too bad. So, 1, 2, 3. So we'll have around the 9th or 10th best pick in the lottery. So that's not too bad, but yeah, Montreal definitely takes a blow there for not having their lottery pick or their first round pick. But Dylan Hunt puts up, another really good season. No surprise there. Liam Zachary does well. Same with Bryce Anthony, who's dropped off to a low top 6 forward. That is disgusting. Wow. Okay. So yeah, our top guys definitely not performing the way we wanted them to, and yikes, he's got 5 years left. 5 years. Jesus. Okay. So that's not what we wanted to see at all, but that's the way things worked. And a lot of guys have down years yet again, as this is not looking good for our franchise. Jesus. 33 points there from Lawton. Not bad, but really not that good either. As far as goalies go, Askarov couldn't stop shit. Yeah, that was a horrendous season. And, I mean, overall for the league, let's check it out. Saros gets 47 wins on San Jose. Good for him. Hosang scores 115 points. Don't ask me how, but he did. Timo Meyer scores 113. He's at a 90 overall now. Buffalo did well. New York did well. I don't know who else besides that. Lambert's doing well in the Isle there. Jeez, okay. Melvin Miller's crushing it in Minnesota, man. I wish we had him instead of freaking Bryce Anthony. That's pretty bad. Lafreniere is just insane in New York as well. I'm kind of getting this feeling that a lot of guys are going to kind of be dropping off here soon for our team, which is not what you want to see, especially when guys like Ilya Ferganov are now hitting a high elite at 23 years old. Same with Atirati. He's insane. And yikes. Okay. So as far as rookies go, Vorobyev for the Ducks puts up 48 points. That's pretty good. Sacito, yeah, he was all right. He wasn't very good. And then defense, Erik Karlsson again in San Jose, man. That's insane how many times he's had good seasons. Ryan Merkley's doing well. Carson Lambos is doing insanely well in Tampa. My God. Dahlin's a franchise defenseman. This is, wow, this is insane. Okay, Brett Clark does really well in Ottawa, too. I mean, our defense just didn't put up any points at all. Like, Ferguson was down at 55, which, 55 is pretty good, but it's his career best so far. But, man, when you play every game in a season, like, you'd expect him to be putting up a few more points. What can we do? Not much. Get a new coach, maybe. That might be the only way to solve this again. And yeah, no, this team is definitely not where I wanted them to be at the end of the season, and it hurts. There's no question about that. And yeah, freaking Nicolas is playing there. Like, what? So honestly, I think we're gonna wrap the episode up there. That was just fucking brutal. And yeah, oh well. We'll see where our Montreal pick lands next episode, because that's really all we are kind of fighting for now, is the top lottery spot. It's brutal, man. It's just brutal. And there you have it. The Tampa Bay Lightning are your Stanley Cup champions, and the Hershey Bears win the Calder Cup. So guys, anyways, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Next episode, we will find out how the lottery goes, get into the draft, all that good stuff. And yeah, this was just a really kind of disappointing episode in general. But if you're new to the channel, please go down below, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and feel free to leave comments. But that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya.